Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling a little groggy, maybe a bit dizzy when you sat up, or foggy in the head as you shuffled to the kitchen to start the coffee? You might think it's just part of getting older. But what if I told you that those first 30 minutes after waking up could be the most dangerous time of day for your brain? That even if you're eating clean, staying active, and taking your medication, you could still be unknowingly increasing your risk of a stroke each morning? You're not alone. Many older adults, even those who are diligent about their health, overlook the silent shifts that happen in the body during those first moments of the day. Blood thickens, blood pressure rises, arteries tighten, and yet most people don't realize how much control they actually have, starting right from their pillow. That's the power of a morning routine. Simple, science-backed changes that take less than 10 minutes and could lower your stroke risk by as much as 50%. Instead of thinking, I'll just take my pills and hope for the best, what if you started your day with small, purposeful actions that strengthen your heart, sharpen your mind, and protect your independence? Today, I'm going to walk you through 8 practical, natural habits that can turn your morning from a risk zone into your strongest line of defense. They're easy, they're inexpensive, and you can start tomorrow. And if you've ever felt like your health was slipping through your fingers, this is your moment to take it back. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to reclaim your mornings? Because what I'm about to share has already helped thousands of seniors feel stronger, steadier, and more in control. And habit number 5? That's the one almost no one talks about, but it might just be the key to unlocking healthy blood flow to your brain. Before the coffee, before the news, before you even slide into your slippers, there's one habit that may be the simplest and most powerful thing you can do to protect your brain each morning. Drink a glass of plain, room temperature water, not tea, not juice, just water. You might be thinking, I'm not even thirsty in the morning. That's normal. But while you were sleeping, your body was busy, breathing, perspiring, and slowly losing water. By the time you wake up, you're already mildly dehydrated, whether you feel it or not. And here's why that matters. Dehydration thickens your blood, and thicker blood flows more slowly through the arteries, especially those that lead to your brain. For older adults, this can quietly raise your risk of clot formation, which is the leading cause of ischemic stroke. Instead of ignoring that invisible risk, you can change it with a simple glass of water. In fact, a recent study showed that people who drank at least 6 cups of water a day had a 25% lower risk of stroke compared to those who drank less. You don't need a supplement. You don't need a health tracker. You just need 8 to 12 ounces of water. Right after waking up, this quick action thins your blood, kickstarts circulation, helps your kidneys flush out toxins, and even improves how well your morning medications work. That's right. If you take blood pressure pills or vitamins in the morning, drinking water first helps your body absorb them properly. Ever feel lightheaded when you stand up from bed? That's often not just age, it's dehydration. Instead of blaming it on just getting older, try drinking a full glass of water first thing tomorrow. Want an extra boost? Add a splash of lemon. It can help digestion and support your vessels, but plain water is more than enough. Leave a bottle or glass on your nightstand tonight. That way, it's the first thing your hand reaches for in the morning. Just like your morning coffee. Only this time, it's doing more than waking you up. It's protecting your brain. Let me ask you something. When you first open your eyes in the morning, what's the very first thing that fills your mind? Is it your to-do list, doctor's appointments, pills you need to take? Or maybe even that one thing you forgot to do yesterday? That quiet mental chaos, so common among older adults, can silently nudge your blood pressure higher before your feet even touch the ground. You may not feel it right away, but your body does. Cortisol, your natural stress hormone, begins to rise. Your blood vessels start to tighten. Your heart rate ticks up, gently but steadily. And for seniors, especially those managing blood pressure or inflammation, this creates a perfect storm. So instead of rushing into the day, give yourself just 5 minutes of calm. No phone, no app, no background noise. Just sit upright in bed or in a nearby chair. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 4. Repeat. Do this for 5 minutes. You may be surprised how deeply your shoulders drop, how your chest opens, how your pulse settles. That's not just relaxation. That's real physiological benefit. This habit expands your blood vessels, eases your nervous system, and sets the tone for a more focused, stable morning. Seniors who do this regularly report sharper thinking, fewer morning headaches, and better sleep at night. And the best part? It costs nothing, no supplements, no equipment, just you and your breath. So instead of letting the day pull you in 10 directions, take 5 minutes to pull yourself together, gently, calmly, and powerfully. Now here's a question most people overlook. When was the last time you stretched your neck on purpose? Not just a shoulder shrug or a sleepy twist, but a real intentional stretch. Most people don't realize that the neck and upper shoulders play a vital role in blood flow to the brain. As we age, this area becomes stiffer, whether from sleep posture, arthritis, or simply less movement overnight. That stiffness doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it can compress the arteries that supply blood to your brain, especially the vertebral arteries, which run up the back of your neck. This restricted blood flow has a name: vertebrobasilar insufficiency, a lesser-known type of stroke risk that often shows up as dizziness, blurred vision, or a foggy head. Symptoms that many seniors simply chalk up to getting old. But it's not always age. Sometimes it's tight muscles squeezing your lifeline. The good news? You can restore that flow in just 3 minutes. Right after your deep breathing, while still seated comfortably, begin with gentle neck rolls. Slowly rotate your head in a full circle clockwise, then counterclockwise. Lift your shoulders up toward your ears, then drop them, roll them back, then forward. No jerking, no fast movements, just smooth, easy motions. This simple sequence helps loosen tension, increases blood flow, and reduces pressure on the arteries feeding your brain. Many older adults notice less dizziness and better mental clarity after just 1 week of doing this. So instead of jumping into your day with a stiff neck and tight shoulders, take a few moments to open up the very pathway that delivers oxygen to your brain. It's not just about flexibility, it's about protecting your balance, your memory, and your ability to move through the day with confidence. Here's something your doctor may have mentioned, but most people don't fully grasp. Your blood pressure naturally rises in the morning. That's right. In the early hours, especially within the first hour of waking, your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These cause your heart to beat a bit faster and your blood vessels to narrow slightly. For younger folks, this isn't a big deal. But for older adults, especially those with hypertension, this morning surge can quietly push your numbers into dangerous territory, and you won't even feel it happening. That's why stroke risk peaks between 6 a.m. and noon. Now, here's the good news. You can get ahead of it. One of the smartest and simplest things you can do is take your blood pressure reading each morning, before breakfast, before coffee, within an hour of waking. A large study found that for every 10 mmHg increase in morning systolic blood pressure, stroke risk increased by 44%. That's a huge jump, and one you may never notice unless you're tracking your numbers. All you need is a reliable home blood pressure cuff. Not the wrist kind. Those can be inaccurate. Use the upper arm model. Sit down, rest your arm at heart level. Breathe slowly and check. It takes 60 seconds. Write it down in a small notebook or use a free app. Tracking it daily helps you spot trends early and gives your doctor valuable information if things begin to shift. This 1-minute habit can be the difference between catching a problem early or not at all. So instead of leaving your numbers up to chance, take control. First thing in the morning, when it matters most. Imagine this. You've had your water. You've taken a few deep breaths. You've gently stretched your neck and shoulders. Now, don't sit back down just yet, because what you do in the next 10 to 15 minutes could make all the difference for your brain, your heart, and your overall energy for the rest of the day. We're talking about a simple, gentle morning walk. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy sneakers. You just need your feet, a safe path, and a little sunlight. Studies show that people who walk in the morning, especially between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., can reduce their risk of stroke by up to 17%. And for women, the number climbs to 35%. That's not from power walking. That's not from racking up 10,000 steps. It's from gentle, intentional movement right after waking. Why is it so powerful? Because during sleep, your body is still for hours. Circulation slows. When you remain seated again for breakfast or morning TV, that sluggishness continues, especially in your lower body and brain. But just 10 minutes of movement, it kickstarts your circulation. It brings fresh oxygen to the brain. It signals to your body that the day has begun and that everything from digestion to balance to memory should switch on. And don't forget the sunlight. A few minutes of natural light in the morning helps reset your circadian rhythm, improving your sleep at night and boosting your alertness during the day. So instead of lingering in that early morning fog, step outside. Even if it's just a few laps around the house, up and down the hallway, or a short stroll to the mailbox and back, it counts. Your brain doesn't care how far you walk. It cares that you moved. Now let's talk about something that seems harmless, but could quietly be working against you. Breakfast. More specifically, the type of breakfast many older adults are used to. Quick, familiar, and unfortunately, high in salt. Toast with cheese, a breakfast bar, a slice of ham, even canned soup or a small bowl of healthy cereal. Here's the problem. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is slightly dehydrated and your blood vessels are already a bit constricted. When you add a salty breakfast to that equation, your blood pressure can spike fast. And that early morning spike, it's one of the most dangerous times for your brain to experience it. According to the American Heart Association, adults over 60 should limit sodium to no more than 1,500 milligrams per day. But one salty breakfast can use up half of that or more without you even noticing. The solution? Start your day with a breakfast that's low in sodium but rich in nutrients, especially foods that support circulation and brain health. Try simple oatmeal topped with fresh berries, a boiled egg with steamed greens, a banana spinach smoothie, or avocado slices on whole grain toast. Need more flavor? Use cinnamon, turmeric, or ginger. Natural spices that boost blood flow and fight inflammation. And remember, low fat or light labels don't always mean low sodium. Always check the nutrition label. Even some heart-healthy cereals and meal bars are packed with hidden salt. Instead of starting your day with something processed and preserved, choose something whole and alive, something that fuels your body rather than strains it. Because your brain doesn't just need fuel, it needs the right kind. And breakfast is your first chance to give it that advantage. What if your breakfast could act like a natural blood pressure pill, without the side effects? That's exactly what happens when you include two key minerals in your morning meal, potassium and magnesium. These aren't trendy supplements. They're essential nutrients that your heart, brain, and blood vessels rely on especially in the morning. Let's break it down. Potassium helps balance the sodium in your system. It works like a bouncer at the door, kicking excess salt out of your cells and helping your kidneys flush it from your body. This lowers blood pressure naturally, no prescription required. Magnesium, on the other hand, helps relax your blood vessels. Instead of staying tense and narrow, they open up, allowing blood to flow more easily, especially to the brain. Together, these two minerals help reduce the risk of those dangerous early morning pressure spikes that can lead to stroke. And the best part? You don't need a pill. You just need the right food. Try adding a banana to your breakfast. It's rich in potassium. Toss some spinach into your eggs or smoothie. It gives you both minerals. Add a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds or almonds on your oatmeal. Avocado on toast. Perfect combo of potassium, magnesium, and healthy fats. Plain yogurt, chia seeds, even a few walnuts. All excellent choices. The goal isn't perfection, it's substitution. Instead of starting with a frozen waffle or sausage patty, start with something simple and fresh that supports your vessels and brain. Because your body doesn't just need calories in the morning, it needs support. And these two minerals, they deliver it naturally. Let's be honest, it's easy to forget a pill. You get up, get distracted, grab your coffee, feed the cat, and suddenly it's lunchtime. But when it comes to blood pressure medication, timing matters more than you think. Why? Because most strokes in older adults happen in the morning, during that first surge in blood pressure after waking. And if your medication isn't already in your system by then, it might be too late to stop that surge. Skipping or delaying your pill, even just once in a while, can quietly increase your stroke risk. That's why this habit may be the most important one of all. Take your blood pressure medication at the same time every morning, before breakfast, before coffee, before the day begins to pull you in different directions. Just like brushing your teeth, make it non-negotiable. Use a pill organizer with days of the week. Set a daily reminder on your phone or smart speaker. Place your pill bottle next to your water glass on the nightstand, so it's the first thing you see. And remember, feeling fine doesn't mean your blood pressure is fine. It just means the medication is doing its job. Don't stop or change anything unless your doctor tells you to. This one habit, a simple sip of water and a single pill, could be the difference between staying independent and facing a long recovery after a stroke. It's fast, it's free, and it could save your life. So now you've heard them. 8 simple morning habits that could help protect your brain, lower your blood pressure, and cut your risk of stroke by up to 50%. No expensive gadgets, no complicated routines, just a few quiet minutes each morning to put your health first. But here's the truth. Knowing isn't enough. These habits only work if you actually use them. So don't wait for the perfect time to start. Pick just one of these habits and try it tomorrow morning. Then another one next week. Let the changes build. Because just like brushing your teeth, pouring your morning coffee, or checking the weather, these small routines can become part of who you are. And if you've made it this far, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Let me know which habit you're going to try first, or share your favorite tip with a friend, family member, or walking group. If this video helped you feel more in control of your health, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on the tools that can help you age with strength, clarity, and independence. You've got this. And your mornings, they just became your strongest defense.